Try placing your hand on your chest and feel that steady beat. Your heart has been working tirelessly, non-stop, for the past 60 to 70 years. Every day, it beats over 100,000 times, pumping blood and oxygen throughout your body. But ironically, what we put into our bodies each day is exactly what makes the heart gradually weaken, silently and dangerously. A global study shows that an unhealthy diet is the leading risk factor for cardiovascular diseases, causing more than 6 million deaths annually. Reducing processed foods, sugary drinks, saturated fats, and salt while increasing the consumption of fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains could prevent millions of deaths from heart disease every year. Especially in the elderly, a diet lacking in fiber has been proven to increase the risk of death and disability from heart disease. From 1990 to 2019, the rate of death and disability from cardiovascular diseases related to low fiber intake increased with age in people over 60. You don't feel it right away. It's not that eating a hamburger today will give you a heart attack tomorrow, but every extra spoonful of salt, every slice of deli meat, every soda you think is harmless, is slowly wearing down your blood vessels, forcing your heart to work harder every day to keep you alive. Seniors in Europe and America often have relaxed and easygoing eating habits, but that comfort is quietly killing your heart in the slowest way possible. And by the time you feel tired, short of breath, or chest pain, it may already be too late. Today, let's take a look at the 10 familiar foods you should be cautious about if you want to keep your heart healthy every day. 1. Processed meats. Many people often choose foods like sausages, deli meats, or bacon in the morning, or for a quick meal during the day because they are convenient and tasty. Severe impact on cardiovascular health. These meats are high in salt, preservatives, and nitrates, substances that can damage the blood vessel lining, cause chronic inflammation, and raise blood pressure. Eating them regularly, your blood vessels lose elasticity, and your heart has to work harder to pump blood. A smarter choice. You can switch to skinless grilled chicken, steamed fish, or try a sandwich with hummus, fresh vegetables, and avocado. Healthy for your cardiovascular system and still delicious. But is that all? In fact, beyond processed meats, there are other silent enemies that are quietly destroying your heart. 2. Fried foods. This is the type of food you can easily get hooked on when strolling down the street, hanging out with friends, or simply craving something crispy. The silent threat. Fried foods, especially those fried in reused oil, produce trans fats, an extremely harmful type of fat. They raise bad cholesterol, LDL, while lowering good cholesterol, HDL, leading to clogged blood vessels and putting heavy pressure on the heart. How to enjoy without guilt. Switch to an air fryer or opt for baked or steamed foods. Try roasted sweet potatoes, baked eggplant, or lightly sautéed salmon. Still flavorful, but your heart will breathe a sigh of relief. But the worrying thing is, it's not just processed meats and fried foods that are harmful. Take a look at those sweet treats that seem harmless, but could actually be the cause of heart damage. Many people have the habit of snacking on pastries in the afternoon, especially when drinking tea or coffee. Burden on the cardiovascular system. These pastries often contain high amounts of sugar and trans fats. Excess sugar not only leads to weight gain, but also promotes chronic inflammation, damaging blood vessel walls and significantly increasing the risk of heart disease over time. A more pleasant solution. Switch to seasonal fresh fruits, unsweetened Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or homemade oatmeal cookies. They provide natural sweetness without making your heart cry out. When we talk about sweet foods, we can't ignore beverages that many people think are essential in daily life. But could the sodas you drink be indirectly harming your heart? A soda during a meal or a bottle of sweet juice on a hot afternoon. This habit seems harmless, but in reality, it's quite costly for your health. Hidden danger. Soft drinks and bottled juices contain an enormous amount of sugar, which forces the pancreas to work constantly to produce insulin. Over time, your body becomes insulin resistant, leading to the risk of type 2 diabetes, metabolic disorders, and eventually, heart function decline. A wiser choice. Try cold, refreshing water with a slice of lemon and a few mint leaves, or herbal tea without sugar. Not only does this quench your thirst, but it also detoxifies the body, gently supporting your heart and blood vessels. However, we haven't covered everything yet. There's one type of food that's very common in breakfasts or dinners, but has a huge, often unnoticed negative impact that many people are unaware of. 5. White bread and refined grains. With busy lifestyles, white bread, sugary cereals, or pasta have become quick and easy choices for breakfast or dinner for many people. Unexpected consequences. These foods are nearly devoid of fiber, causing blood sugar levels to spike immediately after consumption. This not only forces the body to produce too much insulin, but also accelerates the aging process of blood vessels, making the heart work harder. Over time, you're at greater risk of issues like diabetes and high blood fat. Smarter choice. Replace with whole grain bread, rolled oats, or bean-based pasta. These foods help maintain steady energy levels without causing blood sugar spikes, and they're especially beneficial for heart health. If you think you've avoided foods that are bad for your heart, there's still one silent culprit you might be consuming whenever you watch a movie or gather with friends. 6. Microwave popcorn. When watching movies at home, microwave popcorn is a familiar choice for many seniors. Worrying consequences. Industrial popcorn varieties often contain artificial butter and chemical flavorings, ingredients that can cause internal inflammation, especially in the blood vessel walls, increasing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Additionally, microwave popcorn bags may contain compounds that disrupt hormones and affect overall health. Easy alternative. Instead of buying industrial popcorn, you can pop corn at home in a pot without oil and sprinkle some cinnamon or pure cocoa powder for added flavor. It's both delicious and heart-friendly. But remember, it's not just snacks that can harm your heart. Many popular and convenient foods are the real culprits causing damage. Canned foods, salty snacks, and bottled sauces are always convenient choices when you need a quick bite, but they hide many dangers for cardiovascular health. Negative impact. Salty foods can cause your body to retain water, increase blood volume, and raise blood pressure. This puts pressure on the heart and leads to thickened heart walls, making it difficult for the heart to pump blood effectively. Seniors are often affected by swollen feet and difficulty breathing if they consume too much salt. Great solution. Reduce salt in your meals and instead use garlic, lemon, pepper, and dried herbs to season. Not only do they make food tastier, but they also protect your heart from serious issues. And don't think that only salty foods are harmful. There's another food, beloved at all ages, that is the real culprit causing your heart to work overtime. 8. Fatty processed cheese. Many people love to add fatty cheese to their sandwiches, pizzas, or enjoy it as a snack during their free time. Long-term effects. These processed cheeses are often high in saturated fats and excess salt, which increases bad cholesterol, LDL, in the blood, causing elevated blood pressure, damaging blood vessels, reducing the elasticity of vessel walls. The heart has to work harder and is more susceptible to cardiovascular diseases. Alternative choice. Try using low-fat cheese, mashed avocado, or hummus instead, which will keep the food flavorful without harming your heart. If you still think that fast food meals are harmless, you'll have to reconsider once you understand the damage they can cause to your heart. 9. Fast food. When busy or craving something, many people still choose to eat fast food from fast food outlets. Hidden danger. Fast food is a combination of bad fats, salt, sugar, and preservatives, all of which cause mild but prolonged inflammation in blood vessels, increasing the risk of heart diseases, strokes, and even Alzheimer's disease. Better choice. Instead of fast food, you can prepare simple meals at home like grilled chicken, steamed vegetables, whole grain bread, or opt for restaurants with healthy menus to ensure the meal is both delicious and safe for your heart. But did you know that the habit of having dessert after a meal could be one of the reasons your heart suffers? Let's reconsider this habit. 10. Ice cream and frozen desserts. Ice cream is a favorite treat for many seniors after dinner or during hot summer days. Impact on cardiovascular health. Industrial ice cream usually contains sugar, saturated fats, and artificial additives, which increase blood fat, cause blood vessel blockages, and impair blood flow. The heart has to work harder to pump blood through thickened vessels. Alternative solution. You can make frozen banana ice cream at home or try fresh fruit smoothies with unsweetened nut milk, refreshing and nutritious, without damaging your heart. Let me tell you a story. Mr. David is a 68-year-old man who lives on the outskirts of the city. He leads a simple life, enjoys walking in the park in the morning, and reading books in the late afternoons. But there's one habit he's maintained for many years. He eats quite a lot of processed meats, fried foods, and never refuses a soda when he feels thirsty. This habit not only caused him to gain weight, but also made him feel gradually more tired. One day, when Mr. David went for a routine checkup, the doctor warned him that he was at risk of cardiovascular disease. His blood pressure was too high. His bad cholesterol, LDL, was at alarming levels, and he even showed signs of type 2 diabetes. The doctor emphasized that without changing his diet, he might face serious complications like heart attacks or strokes in the near future. In fact, Mr. David didn't realize that his breakfasts with sausages and white bread, or dinners with fried chicken and French fries, were the silent killers slowly damaging his heart every day. He thought as long as he ate enough and didn't feel immediate pain, there was nothing to worry about. But after his appointment with the doctor, Mr. David decided to make a change. He started replacing processed meats with skinless grilled chicken, eating more fresh vegetables, and drinking water instead of soda. Every morning, he switched from white bread to whole grain bread and oatmeal, helping maintain energy without spiking blood sugar. He also gave up the habit of snacking on fatty cheese and replaced it with low-fat cheese or hummus with raw vegetables. Just after a few months, Mr. David noticed significant changes. His blood pressure dropped, his cholesterol was better controlled, and most importantly, he felt more energized every day. His body shape also changed, which boosted his confidence. Finally, remember that our hearts are not parts of the body that can be easily replaced. Once damaged, recovery is never easy, especially as we age. Small but crucial changes in diet could be the key to ensuring long-term health. You might think unhealthy habits are just fleeting pleasures, but in reality, they're silently threatening your health every day. Protecting your heart isn't just about regular checkups, but also making smart choices every day. From replacing processed foods and fast food to choosing fresh, nutritious meals that are less harmful to your body. The first step may be tough, but health is the most valuable asset you have, and it deserves the best care. Don't wait until clear signs appear. Act today, because every day is an opportunity to protect your heart. Don't wait until it's too late to realize that simple changes could save your cardiovascular health. Love your body, because only when your heart is healthy can you truly live a full and happy life.